Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gamers Den. I'm your host, bringing you the brand new gaming content, and of course, you, the viewers, stay for the pop culture knowledge therein. Today we got the Dark type, one of my second favorite type of all time, and with good reason. They got awesome designs, super awesome moves like Crunch and Dark and False Swipe, and of course, let's face it, guys. Some of the most awesome backstories, and usually you're going to have a dark type or a dark type move to face off against ghosts and psychics. So, let's just get right into it with number 5, Greninja. Now, I will admit, Greninja is not one of my favorite water types, but as a dark type, it fits that. I like it as a Furky. And when I first got X, I had me and my mom. Well, my mom was the one that picked out the starter. Otherwise, it would have been Finnegan for me. Well enough, Chespin would have still been left on that table. Let's face it, guys. That Chespin's useless. Chespin's useless. Anyone who picked him, yeah, we're gonna have a hard time. But Greninja is definitely one of my favorite dark types, mostly because, well, it's a ninja. It's a ninja frog. And now, while I never played with the Ash Greninja, it's pretty much just Greninja in the games. Just the same thing, just a little more powerful. But it's definitely different to use. I used it more for the water typing in the games, but goodness. But definitely different Pokemon. But next up, and going forward, any of these Pokemon over Greninja is gonna probably piss off a lot of people. But there is a reason I put these on here. Um, Number 4 is the Scraggy line, which Scraggy evolves into Scrafty. And I really love these Pokemon because not only are they dark types, but they're fighting types. And if you know me, I love having a variety of types so that way I can take on any kind of battle scenario. Usually by the end of it, I've usually got like 6 different Pokemon with dual types. That means I've got 12 different types, and that's usually a pretty good range. And then whatever I'm missing is usually learned by the other one of these Pokemon. The last 6 types are usually used by one of these Pokemon, and Scraggy and Scrafty are probably one of my favorites to use in the Black and White 2 line. I don't use them often, mostly because I prefer the Krokorok line or the Sandile line. So keep that in mind. I prefer to have a variety, and usually I pick a Tepig, which eventually evolves into Emboar, which means Scraggy's going to kind of double up a bit. Um, but I do like its design. I do like it pulls up its skin. It's a bit of a hooligan, and it makes sense in the New York setting. So definitely a cool one. Number 3 is a one of the new Gen 8 Pokemon, and that is Nickit, along with Thievul. This line is the latest, and basically is a couple of thief Pokemon. And it actually has a rivalry with the Yamper slash Bolton line. Kind of funny considering these are hunting dogs. Bolton is a hunting dog, and Scrafty or Thievul is basically a thief fox. And Britain and all that, the UK, they've got fox hunting over there. So it was kind of cool, but I did use a Thievul on my lineup, along with a Boltund, funnily enough. um, but definitely a cute little Pokemon, and Thievul is just it. Forgive me, guys, but I really love that mustache twirling nod with this Pokemon. I know it doesn't actually do the mustache twirl, but I just see Dick Dastardly or the character from Rocky and Bullwinkle. I can't remember the dude's name. And just these evil mustache twirlers, you know. It's just, I love that design. Um, and then number 2 is the Houndour line. That's Houndour, Houndoom, and it's hellish. God of the underworld himself. The Mega Evolution of Houndoom. This thing looks sick. And if you look at its backstory, it's probably got one of the darkest ones. If it so much as spits a little bitty flame on your toe, as an example, that burn, even if the fire's put out, that burn is gonna hurt you for the rest of your life. It's gonna be there like the flame just touched you. That's hellish. But given the thing's design, it makes sense. Being a dark fire type, the only problem with Houndour in its home games of Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, you cannot find it in the Johto. And you have to wait, you have to beat the league, and by then you're going to have a fire type and a dark type already on your team at some point. Defeats the purpose. And it's only found at night on top of that. So, that's the only problem I have with it. But, hey, other than that, it's still a good Pokemon. But, what's my number 1? Well, if you saw my history on the Underappreciated, you already know what this line is. But before we get into that, a couple of honorable mentions. Spiritomb. Now, granted, I haven't been able to play with a Spiritomb at all. Working on it, though. Working on it. Actually, no, I think I have caught one recently in the Sword and Shield games. I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that. But it definitely lives up with the dark and ghost types of it. But, like I said, I haven't been able to play with it much, so... And then again, I had to get back to you on that. Another good dark type that definitely would have been on the list if I wanted it to. Darkrai. I like the character, I like the Pokemon, but I don't have it. I know there's a lot of events, but I missed out on that event. So I haven't been able to play it. I do have a figure of it, though. So, it's definitely a cool Pokemon, but, well, missed out on events, so I couldn't play with it. And it's not really living up to the Dark type. It's not actually evil. That Nightmare power has defense mechanism at best. Sorry. But, those are the only Dark types I can think of off the top of my head that, deserve an honorable mention from me. So what's my number 1? Well, like I said, if you watched the history of the Underappreciated earlier this week, you'd already know. But it's the Poochyena line. I know, there's a lot of canines, but let's face it, I'm a dog lover. I'm a canine lover. So of course they're going to be littering my list. Surprised I don't have puppies all over the place. But Poochyena is a very early route Pokemon. You will literally catch one fairly early on in the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire games. It's like one of the required things to do to progress those game stories. And it'll come with an Ice Fang. And then in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, again, fairly early. Literally. Once you get your Pokeballs and Pokedex, Zigzagoon, Wurmple, Wingull, Poochyena. These litter the first 2 things adjacent to the 2 towns before you go on and start your journey to the next to the Normal Gems town. So it's pretty early on. But yeah, and then you get a Mightyena pretty early. I think by the second gym you will have a Mightyena if you use this Pokemon like I did. It evolves at level 18. Now while it didn't get a Mega Evolution or a Gigantamax form, and I don't think is in Sword and Shield as of right now, it is one of my favorite Pokemon to use in my Hoenn playthroughs, just because I need a Dark type on my team. So to balance it out, you know. But with that being said, guys, go down in the comment section down below and let me know what your favorite Dark types are. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. All these help with YouTube's shitty algorithm. And of course, share this video with other people. We just recently hit that 40 subscriber button. So, as of recording this anyway, let's try to keep it that way. If you do, on January 1st, we'll do a 1-hour live stream of Kingdom Hearts. Along with that, you guys, if you come on September 25th, we will be at the Hickory Con at the Hickory Convention Center, where you can hang out with us, chat with us, and, you know, pick our brains a little bit. We love to talk to the fans if we can get them. You know, it'd be super cool if y'all could come down. Also, I will be doing the FunkoCon the following month and the following week afterwards. It's on starts August 4th, 5th, and 6th. So guys, if you want these Funko Pops, look them up. Try to plan ahead. You got about another week of planning. I know I'm going to be hitting Amazon and GameStop for specific ones. So, I've already made my plans. I'm even getting Leo a Fat Gum Pop, as well as myself. I love Fat Gum. Those Pokemon ones I'm going to skip just because they're Diamond Edition of Bulbasaur and Squirrel, and I'm just not interested in doubling down if I can help it. If I get them like a mystery box or somebody sends them once we get a PO box, it's fine. You know, it happens with the mystery boxes. You don't know what you're gonna get. And as far as like just, you know, random little you know, somebody get, what do you guys, you know, I mean, we are going to try and get a PO box. We got plans. We got big plans. Big plans. It's just about, you know, setting those plans into motion. We got to move out soon. I am working on my driver stuff. Still a little miffed at that. Side point. Don't want to go into dark territory regardless if we are talking about the dark types, but we've only got 2 more Pokemon types to go. You will not see that next week, but the week after. It was because the 1st of August, we will be showcasing brand new parts of the channel. 2 bids. The Sci-Fi Galaxies, and finally, the Superhero Fanatics. Or Super Fanatics for short. I think it should be Super Fanatics, but I've already got plans for it going forward. So keep an eye out for those. And of course, guys, all the others, they'll alternate between the two. And hopefully we'll see you guys in the next videos. Bye.